From the moment she walked into the cafe, Ethan felt his heartbeat stumble, like someone had pressed a rewind button on the years he had spent trying to forget her. He dropped the sugar sachet he was holding, and it fluttered to the floor like a tiny white flag of surrender. His 7-year-old daughter, Lily, sitting beside him with her usual innocent boldness, looked up and whispered just loud enough, "Daddy, why are you nervous? Do you like her?" Ethan froze. His secret, one he had buried for so long, was suddenly hanging in the air, fragile and exposed. He wanted to say no. He wanted to laugh it off. But the truth was rooted deeper than he ever allowed himself to admit. The woman who had just stepped into the cafe, brushing strands of dark hair behind her ear the way she always used to, was Maya, the one he had loved before life pulled them in 2 different directions. The one he never stopped thinking about. The one he had lost. It had been years since they last spoke. Years since he chose responsibility over his own heart. Years since he became a single father and decided that love, real, terrifying love, was something he no longer had the right to want. And yet here she was. Maya hadn't changed much. She still carried that calm confidence, still smiled in a way that made the world seem less heavy. But her eyes, they held something new. A softness, a tiredness, maybe even a story of her own heartbreak. Ethan's breath hitched as her gaze swept across the cafe and landed on him. Her lips parted, surprise flickering into recognition. "Ethan," she whispered. He stood up slowly, feeling Lily tug on his sleeve. He swallowed, forcing a smile. "Hey, Maya, it's been a long time." She nodded, though her expression showed a mix of warmth and confusion. Too long. And just like that, the past rushed between them. Memories, mistakes, and the heavy truth Ethan had been carrying alone for 7 years. Lily peeked behind him, her big curious eyes sparkling. "Daddy, is she the one?" Both adults blinked, startled. Maya laughed gently. Ethan's neck turned crimson. And that was how everything began again. The first challenge, facing the past. They sat together, awkward at first, then slowly falling back into the natural rhythm they once had. Lily talked endlessly about school projects, her love for art, and how her dad made the best burnt pancakes in the universe. Maya listened with genuine affection. But underneath it all, Ethan felt the old wound throbbing. Finally, Maya asked softly, "You disappeared, Ethan. One day you were mine, the next you were gone. No explanation, no goodbye." The words sliced through him, but he deserved every one. He took a breath. "My father got sick. I had to take over everything, his business, the debts, the house. I didn't want to drag you into that mess. You deserved better." "And you decided that for me," Maya whispered. He nodded, guilt burning in his chest. "I was scared." She looked at him for a long moment, her eyes glistening, not with anger but with something much more tender. "Maybe I was scared too." Lily suddenly wrapped her small arms around Ethan's waist. "Daddy's brave," she said proudly, unaware of the emotional battlefield unfolding around her. And for the first time in years, Ethan felt seen, not as a struggling father, not as a man who made mistakes, but as someone still capable of love. The second challenge, a new truth. Over the next few weeks, they met again and again. Sometimes by accident, sometimes intentionally, sometimes because Lily dragged her father to places she hoped Maya would magically appear. And slowly, something that felt like hope began blooming in Ethan's life for the first time since he became a single dad. But then came the night when everything almost fell apart. Maya showed up at Ethan's house unexpectedly. He opened the door, surprised but happy, until he saw the exhaustion on her face. "Ethan," she whispered, "I need to tell you something." His heart dropped. "What's wrong?" She hesitated. "I'm not the same girl you left years ago. Life hasn't been gentle with me either. I was engaged, but he left, 2 months before the wedding." The pain in her voice was sharp, and Ethan felt something inside him twist. "Maya," he said softly, "I'm sorry." She looked up at him, tears trembling. I'm scared to open my heart again, Ethan. I don't want to lose myself. I don't want to be left again. He stepped closer, not touching her, not crossing boundaries, just close enough so she could hear the honesty in his voice. "You're not alone anymore," he whispered. "Not this time, not with me." A tear fell down her cheek, and then another. Before he could react, Lily appeared behind him, rubbing sleepy eyes. "Daddy, is she staying for hot chocolate?" Maya let out a trembling laugh, wiping her tears. "If it's okay." Ethan smiled. "It's more than okay." And just like that, hope walked into his home. The third challenge, the secret. Weeks passed, and the bond between the three of them grew naturally, like something meant to be. Maya became part of their routines, their laughter, their Saturday ice cream nights. Lily adored her. Ethan tried not to show it, but he adored her even more. Yet he kept one secret locked deep inside. One he feared might push her away forever. Lily wasn't just the center of his life. She was the reason he believed he didn't deserve a second chance at love. Her mother had left when Lily was only a year old. No explanation, no visit, no apology. Ethan had carried the shame of that abandonment like a weight, afraid that anyone he loved might walk away too. One evening, Maya found him sitting alone on the porch, staring into the dark. "You're hiding something," she said softly, sitting next to him. Ethan clenched his jaw, bracing himself. "Lily's mom, she left us. She didn't want this life. She didn't want Lily. That's why I push people away. I'm scared they'll leave too." Maya listened silently, her hand slowly reaching for his. When her fingers touched his, Ethan felt something inside him finally break open. "I'm not her," Maya whispered. "And you're not the man you think you are. You're stronger, kinder, better." His eyes filled. "I'm scared to hope." "Then let me hope for both of us," she said. And she held his hand, gently, firmly, like she was anchoring him back to life. The final challenge, love REVLED. The real turning point came unexpectedly. It was Lily's school presentation day. She had drawn a picture of her family, a big, colorful drawing of her and Ethan and Maya. When she went on stage and held up her picture, she announced proudly, "This is my dad, and this is Maya. She makes my dad smile again." The room laughed softly. But Ethan felt his breath leave his body, because in that innocent sentence, Lily had shown him the truth he was too afraid to admit. Maya was just someone from his past. She was someone he wanted in every part of his future. After the event, he walked up to Maya, standing under the oak tree outside the auditorium. She seemed nervous, unsure. Ethan took her hand. "Maya, Lily's right. You make me smile again. You make everything feel possible again." Maya's eyes softened. "Are you sure, Ethan? This is real. This is big. This isn't the kind of love you can run away from." "I'm not running anymore," he said firmly. "Not from you, not from us." And for the first time in years, Maya leaned into him, her forehead against his, her breath warm and trembling. "Daddy," Lily squealed, running toward them. "Are you gonna kiss her?" Both adults burst into laughter, cheeks burning. Ethan lifted Lily in his arms. "Maybe someday," he whispered. Maya smiled, her eyes glowing. "Someday sounds perfect." And just like that, their broken pieces fit together. Not perfectly, not magically, but honestly, strongly, beautifully. A new beginning. The kind that only comes once in a lifetime.